Episode 91, Attack on Third Generation. That's right, Master Third Generation has been controlled. Li Yue said with a solemn expression. Li Yue, are you really sure? You can't talk nonsense about this kind of thing. Hitaki Sakumo said in a low voice. Third Hokage is controlled by someone. What does it mean? This means that a storm is about to appear. This storm may sweep everyone, and even bring war. I am sure. Li Yue nodded heavily, and then changed her words. Although Sharingan's insight is not as powerful as Baiin's, the most basic insight can still be achieved. If Brother Sakumo is worried, you can go to the ninja of the Hyuga clan. This. Hitaki Sakumo hesitated for a while, and finally gritted his teeth. Then you wait for me here for a while, and I will come when I go. He was going to find the ninjas of the Hyuga clan. Of course, this is not to say that he does not believe Li Yue, but that the more witnesses there are, the more certain he is. Li Yue nodded and watched Hitaki Sakumo leave. After Hitaki Sakumo left, Li Yue stood up directly. He asked Hitaki Sakumo to go to the Hyuga clan, just to distract them, and then do something to Sarutobi Hiruzen, while tampering with his memory. If Hitaki Sakumo is always by his side, it will only get in the way. The next step is to do it. Li Yue whispered, quickly flashed into Hokage's office, and without even thinking about it, he slashed at Sarutobi Hiruzen with his sword. Thorn tilde. The golden thunder is blooming. The powerful blade rushed straight and rushed to Sarutobi Hiruzen in an instant. Li Yue? Sarutobi Hiruzen, who was being manipulated, deliberately showed a surprised expression, as if he didn't expect Li Yue to come out to him. But he reacted immediately, and his body jumped up, avoiding the blow. Boom! The blade lost its target and slammed against the wall. A big hole was blown out of Hokage's office, revealing the scene outside. Li Yue, what do you want to do? Sarutobi Hiruzen snapped and waved his hand at the same time. Anbu, who had been guarding Hokage all the time, suddenly appeared around Sarutobi Hiruzen. Uchiha Li Yue, you dare to attack Lord Third Generation, are you trying to betray the village? The leader Anbu snapped. Master Third Generation? Li Yue chuckled, and pointed at Sarutobi Hiruzen with a Japanese saber. He is no longer the former Third Generation Master, and the current Third Generation Master has long been controlled. What? The Anbu was stunned upon hearing this. A special chakra is hovering in the brain of Lord Third Generation, and this chakra controls Lord Third Generation. Li Yue explained, I have already asked Sakumo to invite ninjas from the Hyuga clan, and the truth will come out soon. Nonsense. As soon as he finished speaking, Sarutobi Hiruzen shouted sharply, Li Yue, you can even come up with such an excuse to betray the village. It seems that you have planned it for a long time. Suzaku, take down the traitor Uchiha Li Yue. Yes, Suzaku responded immediately. He didn't know if Third Hokage was controlled by someone, and he didn't know if what Li Yue said was true or not. Before the truth emerges, as Hokage's guard, I must protect Hokage's safety. Do it. Suzaku drank slowly and went to kill Yue. Since you don't believe me, I'll show you the truth. Li Yue drank loudly and rushed away quickly. Thorn tilde. Golden thunder flashes. Li Yue, who was still in place, disappeared in an instant, and when she reappeared, she had already bypassed a group of Anbu and came to Sarutobi Hiruzen. The sunwheel knife cuts across and goes straight to Fang. Li Yue, as the patriarch of the Uchiha clan, do you really want to betray Konoha? Sarutobi Hiruzen continued to perform. Saying so, he jumped back and left Hokage's office. Seeing this, Li Yue quickly chased him out. The two chased one after the other and soon came to the street. People passing by had also seen this scene. Master Third Generation? Master Third Generation seems to be being hunted down? What? Who is so bold? Is it Uchiha Li Yue, the patriarch of the Uchiha clan? Master Li Yue? How is it possible? Master Li Yue is the hero of the village, how could he hunt down and kill Master Third Generation? The Uchiha clan don't want to rebel, do they? Passers-by were in an uproar when they saw this scene. Uchiha Li Yue wants to assassinate Hokage, and has betrayed the village. Everyone obeys orders and will act as a traitor. Sarutobi Hiruzen shouted loudly. What? Master Li Yue assassinated Master Hokage and betrayed the village? Everyone was shocked. Everyone, don't believe that Master Third Generation's expression has changed drastically since his wife and children were killed. After my investigation, Master Third Generation has been controlled by someone, and he is no longer Sir Third Generation. Li Yue said loudly. Why did he make this scene? Isn't it just to let everyone know that Sarutobi Hiruzen is controlled by others? In this way, he can also act openly. Master Li Yue, you say that Master Third Generation is being controlled by someone. What evidence do you have? Then a ninja shouted. I've sent someone to hire a ninja from the Hyuga clan. The chakra with superficial eyes of the Hyuga clan can see through the human body, so they can naturally judge the truth. Li Yue called out Kaido. This, 443. People were amazed when they heard this. Although I don't believe that third Hokage will be controlled by people. But seeing Li Yue's serious face, he began to waver again. After all, Li Yue didn't leave any room for her words. Once the ninjas of the Hyuga clan arrive, they may expose the lie, so there is no need for Li Yue to lie. Miss Sarutobi is being controlled? Just then, a hoarse voice sounded, and Orochimaru appeared at the corner of the street. Looking at Sarutobi Hiruzen who was coming straight, he immediately stopped in front of him. He didn't know whether what Li Yue said was true or not. But my teacher was indeed a little abnormal during this time. So whether it's true or not, stop it first, and wait until the Hyuga clan arrives to tell the truth. Thinking about it, move the pile immediately. Chi tilde. Several Lion Majesty appeared and blocked Sarutobi Hiruzen. The controlled Sarutobi Hiruzen deliberately showed panic when he saw Orochimaru, and then ran in another direction without looking back. People who were still surprised. After seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen turn his head and run away with panic expression, he immediately became suspicious. If the third generation is okay, then there is no need to run at all. Turn around and run now, doesn't that mean what Li Yue said is true? Episode 92, The Betrayed Third Hokage. Master Third Generation, ran away? Seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen running towards the north, everyone was dumbfounded, and then there was an uproar. Master Third Generation can't really be controlled by someone? How is it possible? Lord Third Generation is the shadow of a village, who can get close to Lord Third Generation? It's impossible. Don't forget, some time ago, Lord Third Generation left the village alone. People started talking in low voices. If they didn't believe Li Yue before. But when he saw Sarutobi Hiruzen fleeing in a panic, he believed it a little bit. If only Sarutobi Hiruzen hadn't been controlled by someone. What are you running? Just wait where they are, and wait for the people from the Hyuga clan to come. Won't they be able to expose Li Yue's lies? Running now can be said to be a guilty conscience. Miss Sarutobi. Orochimaru's eyes were fixed, and he didn't expect his teacher to run away, so he also believed what Li Yue said just now. Old man, where are you going? Just at this moment, there was a loud shout, and Tsunade appeared at some time, intercepting Sarutobi Hiruzen. Are you all trying to betray the village? Seeing Sarutobi Hiruzen whose way was blocked, he simply stopped and stared at the crowd. People heard this hesitation. Although I feel that Third Hokage may be controlled by someone. But after all, Third Hokage has been in power for many years and led the village to victory in World War II last year. His prestige should not be underestimated. Now being scolded like this, I suddenly feel shocked. Uchiha Li Yue, whether Master Third Generation is controlled or not, you can't decide with a single word. At this time Anbu came and protected Sarutobi Hiruzen in the middle. Again, before it was really confirmed that Third Hokage was controlled by someone, Anbu had the duty to protect Hokage. So they will never allow Li Yue to take a shot against Sarutobi Hiruzen. Oh. It seems that not only Lord Third Generation, but you are also controlled by the enemy. A sternness flashed in Li Yue's eyes. V3. The Anbu was shocked and furious. They didn't expect Li Yue to splash dirty water like this. Orochimaru, Tsunade, let's take action together to stop Lord Third Generation. If Lord Third Generation is really not under control, all crimes will be borne by me alone. Li Yue didn't want to say anything more, and rushed towards Sarutobi Hiruzen quickly. Good. Tsunade agreed without hesitation. Compared to Sarutobi Hiruzen, she naturally trusts Li Yue more. Orochimaru on the side frowned when he heard this, and after thinking carefully for a while, he whispered, Mr. Sarutobi, be careful. After speaking, he rushed away quickly. Although I don't want to pay attention to the village's affairs. But the fact that the teacher was controlled by the enemy made him unable to ignore it. The 3 cage levels shot at the same time and reached Anbu in an instant. Seeing this, Anbu was shocked and furious. Because these are 3 cage levels, not 3 young men, and now they shoot together, it's not that they can resist the attack. Do it. With no way out, Suzaku could only bite the bullet and make a move. But after a face-to-face meeting, Tsunade punched him and flew him out, smashing his body against the wall. Thunder's breath, 1 shape, thunderbolt flash, 8 consecutive. Li Yue didn't show mercy either. The sun wheel knife swept across, bringing out a burst of golden thunder. Thorn tilde. The light flashed by. Anbu, who was standing in front of Sarutobi Hiruzen, fell to the ground in an instant. A hideous wound appeared on his abdomen, and blood sprayed out. Anbu was eliminated in an instant, and the 3 also surrounded Sarutobi Hiruzen. Orochimaru, Tsunade, don't you even trust your own teacher? Sarutobi Hiruzen said with a serious face. Old man, since everyone thinks you are being controlled, how about asking the Hyuga clan to check? Tsunade snorted coldly. She doesn't have a good impression of Sarutobi Hiruzen, so naturally she doesn't talk to him. Miss Sarutobi. Orochimaru didn't say much, but his attitude could be seen from his behavior. You. Sarutobi Hiruzen deliberately showed a look of shock and anger, and then looked at the ninjas around him. When the ninjas around saw Sarutobi Hiruzen, they immediately lowered their heads, not daring to look at Sarutobi Hiruzen at all. The 3 cage levels in the village have all shot. What can they say about these ordinary ninjas? And more importantly, what Sarutobi Hiruzen did was indeed suspicious. So it's better to check it, lest your own Hokage is really controlled by others. The ninja of the Hyuga clan is here. Just then, a sound sounded. The people who had lowered their heads suddenly turned their heads to look. I saw Hitaki Sakumo running with a white-eyed ninja. Lee Yue, didn't I tell you to wait for me? Hitaki Sakumo, who came to the scene, looked around and sighed. Brother Shuo Mao, the situation is urgent, and I have no choice but to do so. Lee Yue said with a smile. Forget it, let's settle the matter at hand first. Hitaki shook his head, then looked at Hyuga ninja beside him. Hayashi, please. Hyuga Hayashi nodded while taking a step forward. Sakumo, don't you think my Hokage is being controlled? Sarutobi Hiruzen said in a deep voice. Master 3rd generation, special circumstances force me to do this. If your lord is not controlled by others, then Shuo Mao is willing to bear all the crimes. Hitaki Sakumo Kaido said and glanced at Hyuga Hayashi. No good, leave it to me. Hyuga Hayashi whispered, rolling his eyes immediately. Blue veins spread across the temples, and the surrounding chakra came into view. Soon, he saw Sarutobi Hiruzen's situation. I saw that in Sarutobi Hiruzen's brain, besides his own chakra, there was another chakra hovering around. Seeing this, Hyuga Hayashi's complexion changed drastically. What's wrong? Hitaki Sakumo asked in a concentrated voice. The others also watched Hyuga Hayashi nervously, wondering about the result. 3. There is a special chakra hovering in the brain of Master 3rd generation. This chakra is not from Master 3rd generation at all, it seems to be implanted deliberately. Hyuga Hayashi Kaido with trembling voice. What? People were shocked to hear this. What do you mean by that? It means that 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen is really controlled by someone? Episode 93, Public Execution 3rd Hokage. Think about it. Everyone was silent. Because Sarutobi Hiruzen is the Hokage of Konoha village, but now he is told that he is being controlled by someone. If there is no accident, this incident will definitely cause a shocking disturbance. How could Master 3rd generation be controlled? Who the hell did it, dare to offend me like this Konoha shinobi village? Is it the other 4 of the 5 major countries? If not for them, who can do it? No matter who it is, once the truth is found out, even if a war breaks out, we will make him pay in blood. The ninjas around were furious. They often refer to themselves as the most ninja village, and they are also proud of being Konoha shinobi. But now, this pride has been crushed. Sarutobi Hiruzen, who is Hokage, was manipulated without anyone knowing it. Fortunately, Lee Yue discovered it early. If it is discovered late, the village does not know what will become of it. So, how do we deal with this now? Hyuga Hayashi couldn't help asking. The people who were still filled with righteous indignation were stunned for a moment after hearing 127's words, and then fell silent. Yes, how to deal with this now? Directly killed? That's unlikely. Sarutobi Hiruzen is Hokage after all, and has great prestige and popularity in the village, and even if he is controlled by others, he has never harmed the village. So it is absolutely impossible to kill. But what if you don't kill him? Is it under custody? Or captivity? And more importantly, if they take Sarutobi Hiruzen and remove the control, how will they face a Hokage who was once controlled? To exempt Sarutobi Hiruzen from Hokage status? Or continue to let the other party be Hokage? Thinking of this, people fell silent, not knowing how to answer. Let's take down Lord 3rd generation first, and it's not too late to discuss the future. The patriarch of the Nara family said. Yeah, let's release Lord 3rd generation's control first, and then ask Lord 3rd generation what happened. The patriarch Inuzuka on the side spoke. DBBG. Ino Shika Cho, Inuzuka, Aburame, these families have always belonged to the Hokage sunset. Now that they see Sarutobi Hiruzen being controlled by others, they are naturally panicked as younger brothers. So for them, the most important thing now is to remove Sarutobi Hiruzen's control. As long as Sarutobi Hiruzen recovers, then the next thing will be easy to deal with. Then take down Lord 3rd generation first. Lee Yue's eyes flashed, and the corners of her mouth curled up. The Nara family's proposal was exactly what he wanted. Why did he make such a big noise? Isn't it just to let everyone know that Sarutobi Hiruzen is controlled by someone, and at the same time defeat Sarutobi Hiruzen in front of everyone? In this way, he can not only become the hero of the village, but also show his strength to everyone. Looks like you all want to take action on my Hokage. Sarutobi Hiruzen said with a gloomy face, if that's the case, then I'll show you why I'm called the strongest Hokage. After speaking, he immediately threw out several shurikens. Ninja shuriken number of shadow clone. Whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. There was a violent piercing sound, and with the surge of chakra, the number of shurikens shot out instantly increased, forming an overwhelming shape. Master third generation, stop making useless resistance. Li Yue said lightly, facing the overwhelming shuriken. He just raised the sunwheel knife lightly, and then slashed at the air at will. The breath of flame, the shape of flame, the scroll of flame. The flames shot up into the sky, forming a giant Uzumaki, blocking in front of him. Before the overwhelming shuriken touched Li Yue, they were engulfed by endless flames without causing any waves. Damn it! Sarutobi Hiruzen gritted his teeth and threw out the shuriken again. This time the shuriken became extremely huge, and it shot away with a mighty force. But as soon as he rushed to Li Yue, he was blocked by Li Yue's sword. Clang tilde. The sound of gold and iron clanging sounded. As Li Yue swung the sunwheel saber, the shuriken wrapped in 1,000 tons of strength was directly thrown out. How can it be? A horrified look appeared on Sarutobi Hiruzen's face. And the people watching around also gasped. He solved the two ninjutsu of Master Third Generation in an understatement. How strong is Uchiha Li Yue? The patriarch of the Nara clan said in surprise. Uchiha Li Yue's strength may have surpassed Orochimaru and the others? The head of the Inuzuka clan whispered Kaido. If it were Orochimaru and the others, they would definitely not be able to deal with it as easily as Li Yue. So as soon as the two fought against each other, people could see Li Yue's terror. Beyond Orochimaru, shocked expressions appeared on the faces of the patriarchs of various clans. Minato, how strong is your teacher? Yamanaka poked Minato next to him and asked in a low voice. Yeah Minato, you should know your teacher well, right? Nara Shijiu was also a little curious. Intercepting the third Hokage thing is no small matter. From the occurrence of the incident to the fermentation, it took only a short time to stir up the whole village. So not only the patriarchs of various ethnic groups came here, but even the genin like them ran over. How strong? The patriarchs of the major families pricked up their ears. Compared to them, Minato, who is Li Yue's disciple, must be more aware of Li Yue's strength. So they want to hear what Minato thinks about Li Yue. I'm not so sure either. Minato shook his head, but added after finishing speaking. However, when I went to the Land of Thunder some time ago, Yue AI from Cloud Shinobi Village wanted to escape, but was easily stopped by the teacher. I remember that it took less than 10 minutes for the teacher to beat Yue seriously. What? People were shocked to hear this. Beat Yue AI seriously in less than 10 minutes? Is this a joke? Who is Yue? The second master of Cloud Shinobi Village, the candidate of 4th Raikage, a genuine cage-level powerhouse, not weaker than Orochimaru and the others. But Minato said that Li Yue would finish Yue AI in less than 10 minutes. Easily wound a cage-level ninja. So how strong is Li Yue? Episode 94, Crushing Third Hokage. The patriarchs of the major families were shocked. Combining everything Minato said, I found that Li Yue is stronger than imagined. Perhaps it is not an exaggeration to be called the #1 master of Konoha. Snort. What is this? At this time, Kukunai spoke. Her delicate face was full of pride. At that time, Cloud Shinobi Village wanted to break the contract, and they also arranged 2,000 Cloud Shinobi at the border. In order to solve this problem, the teacher only took half an hour to put the defeat of 2,000 layers of ninja killing. Half an hour, a route that killed 2,000 Cloud Shinobi? Everyone's eyes widened, and the patriarchs of families like Inoshika Cho were full of disbelief. They know that Li Yue is alone against 2,000 Clouds tilde forbearance. But Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't disclose the details at all. So they only know that Li Yue won, but they don't know how Li Yue won. Now after listening to Kasina, they realize how much key information Sarutobi Hiruzen has hidden. Is this man so strong? Nara Lujiu, who was only 12 or 13 years old, looked up at Li Yue, with a deep shock in his eyes. His mind is better than ordinary people, and he understands what this strength represents. In the ninja world, experience is everything. Especially what happened to Konoha. If Sarutobi Hiruzen cannot continue to serve as Hokage, then the village will definitely elect a powerful successor in order to avoid similar things from happening. And Li Yue, who has great strength. It is possible to become a 4th generation project. Ninja Shura, Uchiha Madara Reborn. The patriarchs of the major families obviously understood this, and looked at Li Yue with complicated eyes. The sky of Konoha is about to change. They think more than Nara dear. Originally, Li Yue gained a huge reputation because of the 4 billion compensation, and became a hero like Sannin. Now showing such a strong strength in front of people, it can be said that it fully meets the conditions to become a Hokage. And more importantly, those are the 6 who qualify as Hokage. Li Yue, Orochimaru, Tsunade, Jiraiya, Danzo, Hitaki Sakumo. Among them, Jiraiya is not in the village. Danzo didn't get much support because of his character. Therefore, only Li Yue, Orochimaru, Tsunade and Hitaki Sakumo are qualified to compete for Hokage. Among them, Hitaki Sakumo is Li Yue's good friend, and he doesn't have much ambition, and the village's political resources are not rich, so he is the least likely to become Hokage among the 4. In other words, once a new Hokage is selected, it can only be selected from Li Yue, Orochimaru and Tsunade. Needless to say, Li Yue's political capital. The patriarch of the Uchiha clan, who is in charge of the security department. And what about Orochimaru? The direct disciple of 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen, the natural Hokage line. If you want to become Hokage, you will definitely get a lot of support. As for Tsunade, granddaughter of 1st Hokage, direct disciple of 3rd Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen. In terms of political capital, even Li Yue and Orochimaru combined are not enough for Tsunade to play. If you count according to this statement, the one most likely to be Hokage is Tsunade. It's strange that it's Li Yue and Tsunade have an inexplicable relationship. Once Li Yue runs for Hokage, then Tsunade may quit and even help Li Yue with all her strength. In the situation where Hitaki Sakumo cannot become Hokage, Tsunade withdraws, and Orochimaru's political capital is not rich enough, Li Yue with Tsunade's support may become the new Hokage. Is the position of Hokage really going to be controlled by the Uchiha clan? The patriarchs of the major families frowned. Now I only hope that the Lord 3rd generation can regain power after he recovers. The head of the Hyuga clan whispered. They are not against Li Yue, but against the Uchiha clan. The Uchiha clan is extremely proud and powerful. Once Li Yue takes power, he will definitely promote the ninjas of the clan first, thereby compressing the power of other clans. This is what the major clans do not want to see. The patriarchs of other families nodded, and then continued to watch the battle ahead. Sarutobi Hiruzen, who had failed 2 ninjutsu in a row, seemed extremely angry, and used ninjutsu one by one in the quick seal. Fire-style Fire Dragon Flame Bomb. Wind-style Cyclone. Earth-style Earth Flow River. Water-style Water Dragon Bomb. Lightning-style Thunderbolt. Asking for flowers. Wind-style. In an instant, Sarutobi Hiruzen used 7 or 8 ninjutsu with different attributes, leaving everyone dumbfounded. Is this the strength of Lord 3rd generation? It's terrible. You can use so many ninjutsu in one breath. Is this really something a ninja can do? I finally know why Master 3rd generation is called Dr. Ninjutsu. People exclaimed, and then looked at Li Yue, wondering how Li Yue would respond. No matter how many ninjutsu, I can break him with one sword. Li Yue looked calm. The moment these words fell, he raised the Sunwheel Saber. The crimson flames soared into the sky at this moment, and then burst out with Ultimate's power. Breath of Flame Wuji type Flame Tiger. Boom! There was a deafening sound. The endless flames condensed into a giant tiger, and roared towards many ninjutsu. Under everyone's gaze, the moves of the 2 sides collided with each other, a loud noise appeared, and thick smoke billowed up. Then people saw that Yanhu crushed all ninjutsu and continued to rush towards Sarutobi Hiruzen. What? How can it be? Uchiha Li Yue crushed all the ninjutsu of Master 3rd generation with just one blow? People were shocked, looking at the roaring flame tiger, their scalps felt numb. Terrible. It's really scary. With one blow, 7 or 8 high-level ninjutsu were all defeated. One can imagine how powerful this move is. This is the strength of a teacher. Kasina and Minato said proudly. It seems that it is impossible for Lord 3rd generation to be Uchiha Li Yue's opponent. The patriarchs of various clans who had expected Sarutobi Hiruzen to get rid of control and regain power broke out in cold sweat. The strength Li Yue showed was too terrifying. Even if Sarutobi Hiruzen wakes up afterwards, he may not be able to continue to hold power. After all, in the ninja world, strength is everything. Otherwise, First Hokage would not be able to quell the war, establish Konoha, and make Konoha the #1 ninja village in the ninja world. So once the strength reaches a certain level, politics and rules are particularly fragile in the face of powerful strength. Episode 95, The Weakest Hokage in History. Is this the strongest Hokage? The 3rd generation Sama is really strong. Li Yue sneered. Although Sarutobi Hiruzen is controlled by himself, he still finds it funny. Sarutobi Hiruzen always liked to promote himself during his lifetime. He even claimed that he surpassed first Hokage and second Hokage, and was the strongest in history. But is that really the case? The first Hokage that can pacify the troubled times, can behead Uchiha Izuna, and create a series of second Hokage that forbidden technique. Compared with these two Hokages, Sarutobi Hiruzen's strength is really not enough. If first Hokage is super movie, second Hokage is the pinnacle of Kage level, then third Hokage can only be regarded as an intermediate Kage level, not even a high level one. This kind of strength is not considered the strongest in the current 5 major countries, let alone the strongest Hokage in history. The weakest Hokage in history is about the same. Li Yue sneered. The onlookers looked at each other in blank dismay, not knowing what to say for a while. They only know that Sarutobi Hiruzen is Kage level, but they don't know the specific strength of Sarutobi Hiruzen. Because Sarutobi Hiruzen has been advocating that he is very strong and calls himself the strongest Hokage, many people think that Sarutobi Hiruzen is really the strongest in history. After witnessing the battle just now, only then did people realize that the so-called strongest was all boasted by Sarutobi Hiruzen. And this bragging is a bit big. Master third generation, this is too. A ninja couldn't help but complain. Obviously it is the weakest Hokage in history, but it is too shameless to forcefully promote it as the strongest in history. Keep your voice down so that no one can hear you. The companion next to him hurriedly covered his friend's mouth. Although Sarutobi Hiruzen was controlled, but until the last moment, no one knew what the result would be. If Sarutobi Hiruzen is still in power in the future, then this may offend Sarutobi Hiruzen. He. The people around obviously heard this, but people laughed in good faith, as if the words resonated with everyone. Master third generation, don't you want to catch him without a fight? At this time Li Yue spoke, and approached Sarutobi Hiruzen step by step. You thought this was over? Sarutobi Hiruzen's gaze was fixed, all chakra burst out, and the seal was formed quickly. Compound Ninja Art, Earth Dragon Fire Ru. Compound Ninja Lightning Water Dragon Bomb. 5 Escapes Dalian Ball Technique. He used all his bottom-of-the-box stunts in one breath. Flames, water dragons, hurricanes. All kinds of terrifying energies surged to form a huge storm, and its power was comparable to S-rank ninjutsu. Boom, boom, boom. There were bursts of roaring sounds, and the terrifying ninjutsu slammed into Li Yue. Looking at the ninjutsu coming straight, Li Yue just raised her arm slightly and pointed at the ninjutsu. Black particles. There was a buzzing sound. I saw 3 black particles appear, and with the rise of space ripples, they hit many ninjutsu. Boom. There was a deafening roar. The black particles collided with many ninjutsu, resulting in terrifying energy fluctuations. The power of ultimate spread and surged towards the surroundings, crushing the ground and all obstacles. No, get out of here quickly. The onlookers were horrified and quickly backed away. Boom. There was another loud bang. Ultimate's energy fluctuations spread out, eventually forming a mushroom cloud, and billowing thick smoke rose up, blocking everything. Okay, so powerful. Seeing this scene, the fleeing people swallowed their saliva one after another. Is this the battle of Kage-level powerhouses? Shock flashed in Minato's eyes. Who do you think will win? Yamanaka asked in shock. Snort. That goes without saying, of course the teacher will win. Kusina accepted Kaido without hesitation. In her heart, no one is stronger than her own teacher. Did the third generation lose? The patriarchs of the major families stared at the front, wanting to know the final result. Tilda. The breeze blows away the smoke and dust, and at the same time allows people to see everything inside. I saw Sarutobi Hiruzen half kneeling on the ground, his face was pale, and his forehead was covered with cold sweat. On the other hand, Li Yue is much better. There was a smile on his face from beginning to end, as if the attachment just now had no effect on him. How is it possible? Master third generation's ninjutsu didn't have any effect on Uchiha Li Yue? People were horrified. Although I know that Sarutobi Hiruzen is not the strongest Hokage. But the power of ninjutsu just now is comparable to S-rank ninjutsu. But the result? One finger. With just one finger, Li Yue dispelled the ninjutsu comparable to S-rank. This kind of strength, this kind of method. It's scary. Master Li Yue is too strong. Yeah, I really didn't expect that even Lord Third Generation is no match for Lord Li Yue. It seems that the strongest person in the village is not Lord Third Generation, but Lord Li Yue. The people around started discussing and looked at Li Yue with fanaticism. In the final analysis, Ninja World is a place where strength speaks. Li Yue showed such great strength that he naturally won the admiration of everyone. Master Third Generation is no match at all. As the patriarch of the Inoshika Cho clan of the Hokage family, his complexion is extremely heavy. We have to prepare in advance. The patriarch of the Nara clan whispered. You mean? The patriarch of the Yamanaka clan was startled, and looked at his old friend in disbelief. Let's not talk about whether Master Third Generation's control can be lifted. Even if it is lifted, we are not sure whether Master Third Generation 3.6 is still alive, and even if he is alive, it is impossible for Lord Third Generation to continue to be in power under the current situation. The patriarch of the Nara clan patiently explained. Although doing so is a bit sloppy, but there is no way. After all, the Nara family is a family. It is impossible to follow Sarutobi Hiruzen all the way to black. I see. The chiefs of the Yamanaka and Akamichi clans sighed. Although I don't want to betray Sarutobi Hiruzen, my old friend is right. Sarutobi Hiruzen, unable to hold the power of the village, is doomed to be abandoned by all the families. If you don't want to be blacklisted by Lee Yue, who is most likely to become the new Hokage, you can only prepare in advance, and even draw a line with Sarutobi Hiruzen. Episode 96, Death of Sarutobi Hiruzen. Tilda. Sarutobi Hiruzen panted heavily, then struggled to stand up, looking at everyone with gloomy eyes. All of you dare to disobey Hokage's order, all of you are rebellious of the village, it is because of your rebellious existence that the consciousness of fire cannot be transmitted. In the end, he almost roared out, and then quickly closed the seal. When the last seal was formed, Sarutobi Hiruzen's gaze became extremely cold, and his voice was as cold as winter. Rebel, go to hell with me. After saying this, a large amount of black ink gushed out from Sarutobi Hiruzen's body, and the ink was also mixed with sealing runes, rushing towards the surroundings with lightning speed. No, this is Li Sishiang's sealing techniques. There was a voice of shock and anger, and people turned their heads to look, only to see Danzo hiding in the crowd. It turned out that Danzo had already arrived. But he has been hiding in the crowd did not appear. As for why they did this, it was naturally to hurt both Sarutobi Hiruzen and Lee Yue. Because he knew that only if his old friend and Lee Yue were both hurt, could he become the fourth Hokage. But what he didn't expect was that his old friend would be so crazy that he even used the Li Sishiang seal 31 times. This trick is forbidden technique. -84 €. Not only can you seal everyone and objects within a few hundred meters into your body, but you will also die. What? When the people heard the shock, they hurriedly retreated. At this time, all the tangible things around rushed towards Sarutobi Hiruzen, and in just a short while, a large area was vacated around. It's over. The patriarchs of the major families paled. They have all heard of Ri Sishiang's sealing techniques, and know that once this is used, Sarutobi Hiruzen will surely die. That is to say, from the moment Sarutobi Hiruzen made this move, Sarutobi Hiruzen was already dead. Originally, they were still fantasizing about whether Sarutobi Hiruzen could release the control and regain power after the battle. But with the appearance of this trick, crush all their fantasies. It seems that the chief culprit who controls Lord Third Generation never thought of letting Lord Third Generation go from the beginning to the end. Li Yue said in a deep voice, and then changed his words, since Master Third Generation has used Li Sishiang sealing techniques, for the safety of the village, I can only be disrespectful. When these words were spoken, everyone was shocked. People looked up and saw that Li Yue's 3 Tomoe Sharingan changed into a 6-pointed star pattern. What kind of eyes are these? Everyone's eyes were full of astonishment. Mangekyo, the Mangekyo Sharingan of the Uchiha clan. Danzo exclaimed, his face was full of disbelief, he didn't expect to see these eyes in his lifetime. Mangekyo? The forbidden eyes? It is rumored, the Mangekyo opened by Uchiha Madara, the ancestor of the Uchiha clan? The crowd was in an uproar and shocked. Master Third Generation, since you want to endanger the village, don't blame me for being disrespectful. Li Yue's voice appeared again, and at the same time, a crimson chakra rushed out of her body. The red chakra instantly condensed into a 100-meter-tall giant, holding a chakra giant sword in his hand. Tilda. There was a violent explosion. As the long sword swept across, ultimate edged across. Sarutobi Hiruzen, who originally wanted to seal everything into his body, froze in place for an instant, with a hint of disbelief in his eyes. Then, under everyone's horrified eyes, Sarutobi Hiruzen's head flew out, hit the ground heavily, and stopped after a burst of rolling. The body that lost its head also stopped using the sealing technique, and the black ink spilled on the ground, losing its original power. Everyone stood there blankly, their eyes full of astonishment. Everything just happened too fast. First, Sarutobi Hiruzen used Ri Sishiang's sealing techniques, wanting to die with everyone. Then Li Yue exposed Mangekyo Sharingan. In the end, the huge sword flew across the sky, and Sarutobi Hiruzen, who had been in power in the village for more than 10 years, fell to the ground. All this happened within 10 seconds. It was so fast that no one could react. It took several minutes for a ninja to recover from his sluggishness, and then screamed out. 3. Master Third Generation is dead. This scream woke everyone up. Everyone looked at the human head on the ground, the headless corpse that had fallen in a pool of blood, and their bodies trembled unceasingly. Died. Really dead. The third Hokage who wields power over Konoha. Did not die in the battlefield, did not die in the hospital bed, but died in the hands of his own family. How come? The people present murmured, as if they were in a dream. For them, they have long been accustomed to the existence of Third Hokage, and the years when Third Hokage Sarutobi Hiruzen was in office are exactly the years when they grew up. Seeing the death of Sarutobi Hiruzen now brings a deep sense of loss and anger to everyone. Miss Sarutobi. 043. Orochimaru looked at his dead teacher, thinking about Sarutobi Hiruzen in his mind. The teaching of youth, the companionship of youth. But with the death of Sarutobi Hiruzen, everything before has disappeared like a dream. Life is really fragile. There was a trace of sadness in his eyes, and at the same time, he once again felt the shortness of life, and his belief in eternal life became firmer. Old man. Tsunade fell silent too. Although I hate Sarutobi Hiruzen for plotting against the Senju clan. But after all, there is still some teacher-student friendship between the two. Watching the former teacher end in this way, I still feel a little sad. Hiruzen. Danzo looked at the head on the ground tremblingly, his eyes full of disbelief. He couldn't believe that his old friend who competed with him for the rest of his life and surpassed him in every way would end his life in this way. It's over. Lee Yue closes the Mangekyo, then sees Danzo through the crowd. It's your turn. Sarutobi Hiruzen is dead. Then the next step is to clear the high-level Konoha. As long as the high-level Konoha is cleared away, his plan will be truly successful. Episode 97, The Right to Temporary Hokage. Uchiha Lee Yue, how dare you kill Hokage? At this moment, Danzo woke up from the state of grief, then glared at Lee Yue, and shouted sharply. Elder Danzo, don't spout blood. Lee Yue said lightly, everyone has seen the situation just now, I had no choice but to attack Lord Third Generation. And everyone has also heard of Li Xixiang's sealing techniques. Once this trick is used, it cannot be reversed. In that case, Lord Third Generation has no way out. Since Lord Third Generation can't survive, in order to protect the village and everyone, I can only kill him. So it wasn't me who killed Lord Third Generation, but the mysterious person who manipulated Lord Third Generation. This explanation woke everyone up. People nodded after listening. I really don't blame Lord Li Yue for what happened just now. After all, Lord Li Yue had no other choice. Yes, Master Li Yue protected the village and everyone. He is the hero of the village, not a person. Lord Li Yue, we all know your difficulties. Many ninjas spoke one after another. You. Danzo was shocked and furious, and then looked at the patriarchs of Inoshika Cho and other families, hoping that they would speak up. But the patriarchs of those families remained silent. Now that Sarutobi Hiruzen has died in battle, Lee Yue is likely to become the new Hokage. As the head of the clan, how could they offend the future fourth Hokage for a dead person? The people who follow the trend. Danzo got mad at Ultimate. He didn't expect the patriarchs of Inoshika Cho families to be realistic to this extent. As soon as Sarutobi Hiruzen died, these people jumped back without hesitation at all. Elder Danzo wants to throw dirty water on me so much, can't he have a ghost in his heart? Lee Yue looked at Danzo with a smile. Could it be that the matter of Lord Third Generation being manipulated has something to do with Lord Danzo? Shut up. Uchiha Lee Yue, you not only killed Hokage, you dared to openly trap the elder. Danzo was furious. He does want to be Hokage. I also thought about making Lee Yue and Sarutobi Hiruzen both losers, and then reaping the benefits for myself. But he never wanted to kill Sarutobi Hiruzen. I never even thought about manipulating Sarutobi Hiruzen, making Sarutobi Hiruzen his own puppet. Since Elder Danzo thinks it's a frame-up, why are you so anxious, Elder Danzo? Lee Yue sneered. Snort. Danzo was trembling with anger, and finally had no choice but to snort coldly. Uchiha Lee Yue, don't be too happy, I will find out the truth sooner or later. After speaking, he turned and left. He knew that staying here would not do him any good. Because the ninjas present obviously favored Lee Yue. If he continues to stay here, maybe he will be splashed with dirty water and called black by Lee Yuebai. What a troubled time. The patriarchs of the major families sighed slightly as they watched the two people arguing. As soon as Sarutobi Hiruzen died, the two confronted each other. If you really wait for one side to become Hokage, that will never let the other party go. Chief Yamanaka. At this time, Lee Yue spoke up, waking everyone up. I think the matter of Lord Third Generation is full of strangeness, so I hope you can assist the interrogation department to investigate the truth, to find out who controls the main generation. Clear. The patriarch of the Yamanaka clan nodded, and with a wave of his hand, several ninjas ran over and packed up Sarutobi Hiruzen's body. Sarutobi Hiruzen died, but his brain was not damaged. In the ninja world, many mysteries can probe the memory of the brain. If the brain of Sarutobi Hiruzen can be probed, then maybe the truth of the matter can be revealed. Notify me as soon as there is news, no matter who the real culprit is, I will not let it go easily. Lee Yue said in a deep voice. Don't worry, Master Lee Yue, as long as there are clues, I will notify you immediately. Chief Yamanaka nodded, consciously using honorifics in his tone. Anyone with a discerning eye can see that Lee Yue has already taken the initiative. Coupled with his own emperor and political capital, he can become the next Hokage. For the future Hokage, he naturally dare not offend. Lee Yue replied, and then looked at everyone. Everyone, it is the first time that such a shocking thing happened to me today. Now that Lord Third Generation has unfortunately died, we must take corresponding countermeasures as soon as possible to avoid further expansion of the situation. Lord Lee Yue, Lord Third Generation was killed, and the village has no leader. I beg you to temporarily suspend the power of Hokage to tide over the difficulties for the village. A ninja stood up and said. As soon as these words were said, they immediately aroused everyone's approval. Yes, Master Lee Yue, please give the order. Everyone needs you, and now you are the only one who can rule the whole village. Master Lee Yue, please temporarily suspend the power of Hokage. People spoke one after another. It's not impossible for me to temporarily hold the power of Hokage, but I still need to ask the opinions of the major families. Lee Yue nodded, and looked at Inoshika Cho and other families while talking. I, the Hitaki clan, have no problem. Hitaki Sakumo stood up immediately. I, the Inoshika Cho clan, have no problem either. The patriarchs of the Inoshika Cho tribes looked at each other and said quickly. The Hyuga clan has no objection. Although the patriarch of the Hyuga clan resisted somewhat, he also knew that this was the general trend, so he dared not object at all. The more famous families in the village didn't have any objections, and the other families naturally didn't dare to say anything, Zhao de Zhao, so they spoke up one after another and let Lee Yue temporarily assume the power of Hokage. Since everyone has said so, I will not refuse. Lee Yue agreed, and then changed her gaze to look at her younger brother. Fugaku, you immediately lead the patrol team to seal off the village, and you must not let the news of Lord Third Generation's death leak out. Yes. Uchiha Fugaku shouted Kaido, and left with his men. Clan Chief Yamanaka, you should start investigating the manipulation of Lord Third Generation immediately, the sooner the better. Lee Yue said again. Clear. The patriarch of the Yamanaka clan nodded and turned to leave. Lee Yue, who gave 2 orders in a row, looked at the remaining ninja. At this time, people's hearts are in turmoil, but that's it, we have to calm down and deal with it calmly, so everyone waits patiently until the truth is found out. Yes. Episode 98, Hiruzen Azumishita will forgive us. Root base. Shimura Danzo sat down with a livid face. Uchiha Lee Yue is lawless, dare to kill Hiruzen. He hated ultimate. I thought I could reap the benefits of being a fisherman. But who would have thought that Lee Yue would be so ruthless and directly kill Sarutobi Hiruzen? It's good now. The power of the village is basically controlled by Lee Yue. Those scumbag families are also afraid of Lee Yue becoming the new Hokage, and dare not resist at all. The Hokage family, which was originally the #1 force in the village, immediately fell apart. Let's think about what to do next. Utatani Koharu looked ugly. When Sarutobi Hiruzen was not dead, they had been plotting against Lee Yue. It is conceivable that once Lee Yue becomes Hokage, he will definitely do something to himself and others, so for the safety of himself and his family, we must prevent Lee Yue from becoming Hokage. Uchiha Lee Yue relied on the power of beheading Hiruzen to seize power in one fell swoop. Although we are elders, there is nothing we can do in this situation. Mitokado Omura sighed. Before Sarutobi Hiruzen was back, they were brilliant. But with the death of Sarutobi Hiruzen, the past scenery disappeared. 833. Because everyone is afraid of Lee Yue and afraid that Lee Yue will become the new Hokage, so I put aside relations with them. How about we support Orochimaru as Hokage? Utatani Koharu hesitated and said, Orochimaru is Hiruzen's disciple, and his strength and prestige are strong enough to fight against Uchiha Lee Yue. Makes sense. Mitokado Omura nodded. Although I don't like Orochimaru's character, Orochimaru is indeed the best choice now. After all, Orochimaru is the disciple of an old friend. Once they become 4th Hokage, even if they don't like them, they won't be too embarrassing for them, and they may still be able to maintain their current power. Unlike Lee Yue, once she becomes Hokage, her life may be in danger. Snort. Do you think Orochimaru can compete against Uchiha Lee Yue? Regardless of strength, prestige or political background, Orochimaru cannot compare with Uchiha Lee Yue. Especially Tsunade may also support Uchiha Lee Yue. Danzo snorted coldly. So what if we can't compete? Do we have a better choice? Utatani Koharu was a little annoyed by what he said. Danzo's eyelids twitched, his face a little gloomy. In fact, he wanted to remind the two teammates that he could also become Hokage. But it's a pity that the two didn't think about him at all. Looking at the two people who didn't know whether they were really confused or not, he could only suppress the dissatisfaction in his heart and said in a deep voice. Regardless of who is responsible for Hokage, I think Hiruzen's death is strange. Strange? Utatani Koharu and Mitokado Omura were taken aback. That's right. Danzo's eyes were cold. Uchiha Lee Yue was obviously sent to the border by Hiruzen, but suddenly ran back, and happened to see through the matter of Hiruzen being manipulated. Don't you all think it's too coincidental? Utatani Koharu and Mitokado Omura were stunned for a moment, with surprise on their faces. When Danzo said so, it is true. But they couldn't point out what was wrong. Since there are doubts, we, as Hiruzen's companions, must find out the truth and restore Hiruzen's innocence. Danzo said in a deep voice. Then what are we going to do? Hiruzen's body has been sent to the interrogation department. With Uchiha Lee Yue's character, we will definitely not let us touch Hiruzen's body. Mitokado Omura frowned. Now any fool can see that Lee Yue has gained power in the village. Although they are elders, their power comes from Hokage. Now that Lee Yue is temporarily taking over the power of Hokage, how can Deba allow them to take over the power again? So even their personal freedom may be restricted now, let alone doing other things. I have a way. A smug glint flashed in Danzo's eyes. It's not like he didn't do nothing during the time he found out that something was wrong with Sarutobi Hiruzen. On the contrary, to become a Hokage, for what might happen, he did a lot of preparation. The most important one is that he has learned the dirty field reincarnation technique. Danzo, don't be so secretive, tell me your solution. Utatani Koharu asked hastily. Do you remember a forbidden technique developed by Nidami, reanimation jutsu? Danzo didn't hide. Impure world reincarnation? Utatani Koharu and Mitokado Omura were startled, and then looked at Danzo in disbelief. Danzo, do you mean? That's right. I want to use reanimation jutsu to summon the dead Hiruzen and get the truth from Hiruzen. Danzo stated his purpose. This is playing with the souls of the dead. When the weather cleared, Koharu looked hesitant. Although doing so can indeed clarify the truth. But calling out the soul of the dead is too disrespectful to the dead. Do you still want to continue to be weak? Danzo looked like he hated iron and steel. Hiruzen died unjustly, we did this for Hiruzen. If Hiruzen knew, he would never blame us. And you don't forget the situation, once Uchiha Lee Yue comes to power, it will not end well for us. Not only will we not end well, but the village will also be brought into the abyss by Uchiha Lee Yue. So everything we do is for the sake of the village. Since it is for the sake of the village, so what if we bear some infamy? Utatani Koharu and Mitokado Omura woke up when they heard this. Yes, the current situation has no choice for them. Once Lee Yue takes power, she and her family may die without a place to die. So even if they play with the souls of the dead, they must do so. Danzo is right. Uchiha Lee Yue is acting recklessly, and sooner or later it will bring disaster to the village. Everything we do is to protect the village. If Hiruzen Azumi knows, he will agree with our idea. Mitokado Omura said in a deep voice. That's right. When the weather cleared, Koharu nodded hastily. The three of them seemed to have found a reason to comfort themselves. There was still a sense of guilt in their hearts, but with this reason, this sense of guilt disappeared without a trace. Episode 99, Resurrection Sarutobi Hiruzen. Night. Konoha Village Detective Interrogation Department. The ninjas headed by the Yamanaka clan are using the heart-turning technique to probe Sarutobi Hiruzen's brain. The invasion was successfully entering the brain nerves of Lord Third Generation. Whispered a Yamanaka ninja. Be careful not to damage the central nervous system of the brain. The patriarch of the Yamanaka clan said in a deep voice. Yes. The clansmen nodded, and were more careful about the invasion. The idea passes through the brain nerves, and finally reaches the core area of the brain, and the memory stored in the brain is also displayed in front of the ninjas. Sarutobi Hiruzen's memory was changed by Lee Yue. If the ninjas of the Yamanaka clan have Mangekyo Sharingan, they will naturally not be affected by this false memory. But unfortunately, They do not. So this false memory replaced the real memory and flooded into the minds of all the Yamanaka ninjas. After watching Sarutobi Hiruzen's memories, all Yamanaka ninjas were shocked to ultimate with disbelief on their faces. Sarutobi Hiruzen's memories reveal a lot. For example, who controlled Sarutobi Hiruzen, or who killed Sarutobi Hiruzen's wife and children. What happened? The patriarch of the Nara clan was full of doubts, not understanding why his old friend showed such an expression. Something is going to happen. The patriarch of the Yamanaka clan changed his face again and again, and finally took a deep breath. The memory tampered with by Lee Yue has already turned out that Danzo joined forces with Tsunagakuwa ninjas to control Sarutobi Hiruzen in order to usurp the Hokage position. Is something big going to happen? The patriarch of the Nara family was a little puzzled. He didn't know how to turn around, so he didn't know what they saw. It is none other than Elder Danzo of our village who manipulated Lord Third Generation and mutilated his wife and children. The patriarch of the Yamanaka clan took a deep breath and told what he saw. What? People were shocked to hear this. Danzo is the one who controls Third Hokage and commits all the crimes? The so-called culprit is actually one of our own? The faces of the people present changed again and again, and they finally knew why the Yamanaka clan chief said something big was going to happen. Haruto, could this be a mistake? The head of the Nara clan looked at his old friend, Haruto Yamanaka, the head of the Yamanaka clan. Heart-turning technique has never been wrong. Yamanaka Haruto shook his head. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, will anyone tamper with the memory of Lord Third Generation? The patriarch of the Nara clan said in a deep voice. Impossible. Yamanaka Haruto shook his head directly. I have worked in the investigation department for more than 10 years, and I have seen many ninjutsu or secret techniques to control others. Shin has never seen ninja that is used to change other people's memories and thoughts. And not only I have not seen it, but other members of the Yamanaka family have not seen it either. That's right. The other Yamanakas nodded their heads. It is easy to control people, but it is difficult to change a person's thinking and memory. They have never encountered this kind of ninjutsu since they were born. The patriarch of the Nara clan frowned. For some reason, he always felt that something was wrong. But what's wrong, I can't tell. Don't think about it so much. Let's report the matter first. As for what will happen, that's not what we should think about. Yamanaka Haruto sighed. In the final analysis, they are only the backbone of the village, not the core force. It is not their turn to intervene in the struggle between the village's top management and the top masters. So the best choice now is to be neutral and try to protect yourself as wisely as possible. Only in this way can you ensure the safety of yourself and your family. The patriarch of the Nara clan calmed down, knowing that he was agitated. The struggle between Lee Yue and Konoha's senior management has reached a critical moment. At this time, any words and deeds may be considered as taking sides, so for the sake of myself and the family, it is better to say less. A group of ninjas stopped talking, packed their things, and headed towards the Uchiha tribe with information. After all the ninjas in the interrogation department leave, a ninja wearing a black combat uniform and an animal mask sneaked into the interrogation department. The man easily untied the ceiling barrier and came to Sarutobi Hiruzen's body. Looking at the corpse, he took out his shuriken, and lifted Sarutobi Hiruzen's clothes, cut a small piece of meat from Sarutobi Hiruzen, and sealed it inside the scroll. Asking for flowers. After finishing everything, he covered Sarutobi Hiruzen's clothes again and left secretly. The mysterious ninja who left the interrogation department did not leave the village, but came to a base in the southwest corner and walked in. It turns out that the man in black is a root ninja. On Danzo's order, sneak into the interrogation department to steal Sarutobi Hiruzen's human tissue cells. Have you brought anything back? Danzo's body was hidden in the dark and said in a deep voice. Although impure world reincarnation is a divine skill, no matter how magical it is, it cannot be used out of thin air. If you want to use this trick, you must have the human cells from the resurrected person. Only in this way can you summon the dead. 0. Go back to my lord, I have already got the things. The root ninja immediately presented the scroll. Good job, you can choose. Danzo took the scroll, nodded in satisfaction, and swung his subordinates back. After his subordinates left, two people walked out from behind Danzo, Utatani Koharu and Mitokado Omura. How's it going? The two asked hurriedly. It's done, the next step is to use reanimation jutsu to resurrect Rixen. Danzo took a deep breath, then waved at the darkness again. There was a movement in the dark, and 3 men were escorted up. They are all prisoners in the village. They have committed unforgivable crimes, so they can be used as containers. Danzo explained and opened the scroll at the same time. As the smoke rose, a piece of flesh appeared in front of the 3 of them. Can impure world reincarnation really bring Hiruzen back to life? Uchiha Koharu was a little puzzled. Although she has heard of this forbidden technique and knows the effect of this forbidden technique, she has never seen anyone use it, so she doesn't know whether this forbidden technique can really resurrect the dead. Don't worry, I've tried it before, Danzo said in a deep voice, and then there was a flash of excitement in his eyes. The next step is to resurrect Hiruzen and get the truth of the matter. If the truth is what he thinks it is, then he can not only bring down Lee Yue, but also take this opportunity to become the new Hokage. Episode 100, Danzo, something happened to you. Uchiha clan land. In the courtyard where the patriarch lived, Uchiha Fugaku was looking at Lee Yue excitedly. Brother, Sarutobi Hiruzen is dead. Brother, you have obtained the right to use the Hokage again, then you will become the fourth Hokage next. Not so fast. Lee Yue took a sip of tea and said with a light smile, besides Sarutobi Hiruzen, Konoha's high level is also a problem. Only when Konoha's high level is solved, can I sit back and relax. Then, when will you do it? Uchiha Fugaku asked hastily. If you are slow, you can do it in one day. If you are fast, you can do it today. Lee Yue smiled mysteriously. So fast? Uchiha Fugaku was taken aback. Just when he was about to ask his elder brother what his plans were, there was a noise outside the courtyard, and then he saw a maid running in. 540. The patriarch of the Yamanaka clan, please see me. The maid said respectfully. Coming. Lee Yue put down the teacup, a smile flashed in his eyes. Please come in, Chief Yamanaka. Yes. The maid stepped back. Soon, Yamanaka Chingdu, the patriarch of the Yamanaka clan, walked in, greeted Lee Yue respectfully, and then straight to the point said what he wanted to do. My lord Lee Yue, the matter about my lord third generation has been investigated. Oh? Lee Yue's eyes flashed. The person who committed such a heinous crime was none other than the elder of the village, Shimura Danzo. Shimura Danzo, together with Tsunagakure, controlled Lord Third Generation and brutally killed his wife and children. Haruto Yamanaka took a deep breath and told the story. What? Lee Yue deliberately showed shock, and then asked, is this true? Could it be a mistake? No mistake, this information was obtained by my Yamanaka family using the mind-turning technique. Yamanaka Haruto said in a deep voice. Damn it. Shimura Danzo dared to do such a cruel thing, no wonder he is so eager today, it turns out he did everything. Lee Yue slapped the table fiercely, and said with a livid face. Lord Lee Yue, what should I do now? Yamanaka Haruto asked. Danzo has committed such a serious crime, we naturally cannot let it go, immediately notify Orochimaru and Tsunade, and then go to the route together to arrest Danzo. Lee Yue said loudly. Yes. Yamanaka Haruto nodded heavily. Fugaku, during the arrest process, Shimura Danzo may be killed, so you go to the security department immediately, and ask the security department to strengthen patrols, and the village must not be allowed to go into chaos. Lee Yue looked at her younger brother again. Understood, brother. Uchiha Fugaku responded with a bang. The two acted quickly, and the security department stepped up their patrols, and because they also got news about the truth. Miss Sarutobi is controlled by Danzo? The three of Orochimaru frowned when they got the news, feeling incredible. Although his impression of Danzo is not very good. But I also know that with Danzo's means, it is absolutely impossible to do such a thing. How could Danzo do such a sinister thing, even unite with other villagers, and kill the Hokage of this village? Hitaki Sakumo got angry at Ultimate and left immediately, wanting to ask Danzo why he did this. Brother Shuo Mao. Tsunade shouted, but seeing that the other party had already left, he could only sigh quietly. Konoha, the sky is going to change. Once Danzo's murder of Sarutobi Hiruzen is announced, Konoha's senior management will be uprooted. How many people will be involved at that time, you don't need to think about it. Let's go too, Orochimaru said in a hoarse voice. Tsunade suppressed all kinds of thoughts, and then left with Orochimaru in an instant. Root base. Shimura Danzo, Uchiha Koharu, and Mitokado Omura, looking at the flesh on the scroll. The next step is to bring Hiruzen back to life. Danzo spoke in a deep voice, pulled a criminal past him, and quickly closed the seal. As the last mark fell, the ground instantly rolled up a white piece of paper, wrapping the criminal. Ah! A shrill scream came from the criminal's mouth, and then he slowly sank into the ground. At the same time, there was a roar from the ground, and a wooden coffin rose slowly in the smoke and dust, appearing in front of the three of them. It worked. A look of excitement flashed in Danzo's eyes. But just as he was about to lift the lid of the coffin and let Sarutobi Hiruzen come out, there was a roar from outside. What happened? The three of them were startled and looked outside. Boom! There was a deafening sound. The door was kicked open by someone, and a figure flew into the air and smashed in front of the three of them. Who? Danzo was taken aback for a moment, but when he saw that the person flying over was a root ninja, his expression changed instantly. Who? Don't you Shimura Danzo know? A sharp voice came, and a large group of ninjas walked in from outside, crowding the entire room. Uchiha, Li Yue? Danzo looked at the crowd, and then found Li Yue in the crowd, and immediately shouted angrily, Uchiha Li Yue, do you still have any laws in your eyes? How dare you trespass the elder's residence? Shimura Danzo, you frantically joined forces with Tsunaga Corps to control Lord Third Generation, and murdered Lord Third Generation's wife and children. You, who have committed such a heinous crime, dare to call yourself Elder Konoha? Li Yue shouted loudly, interrupted by Danzo's words. You, what did you say? Danzo froze in place. He combined with Tsunaga Corps to control Sarutobi Hiruzen 2.9? And also killed Sarutobi Hiruzen's wife and children? Is this a joke? Leaving aside whether he has the ability, even if he did, he wouldn't do it. Sarutobi Hiruzen is his old friend after all. How could he do something like mutilate Sarutobi Hiruzen's wife and children? Uchiha Li Yue, what nonsense are you talking about there? How could Danzo do such a thing? Utatani Koharu snapped. That's right, Danzo has done his best for the village and will never do such evil things. Mitokado Omura agreed. No? If you say no, you won't. Li Yue sneered, and his eyes were extremely sharp. The Yamanaka family has cracked the memory of Lord Third Generation, and the culprit in Lord Third Generation's memory is Danzo. Danzo, you've already had an incident.